With new social norms such as wearing masks, staying 6 feet apart, we could all use a little advice on manners during this coronavirus pandemic. And here with more on the evolving etiquette from the Lizzie Post Institute is Lizzie Post. So, Lizzie, thanks for being with us. You're the perfect person to speak to. So, I want to start off with supermarket etiquette. What are the rules we should be following?
Well, we really want to be following whatever the rules our supermarkets are setting. So whether that's following a directional path up and down the aisles, if it's wearing masks, for everyone, I believe it is still trying to keep that physical 6-foot distance, which I think we need a lot of practice with. But things are so different now. You're not picking up all the different produce and boxes and reading labels. You're trying to really only engage with product when you're going to select it. You're also trying to look around you, make sure that there's not someone waiting 6 feet away to get into that spot that has the item that you're looking for. We also really want to be extra courteous to the staff who are there every day. There are essential workers and they're making it possible for us to purchase these items. So you don't just want to say thank you at the cash register. You want to say it to all the staff that you're seeing.
I think that's wonderful advice. I love that. What about outdoor activities? A lot of people walking their dogs, running, even riding their bikes. What are the tips you give?
This is a really hard space, right? Because you're outdoors, so it feels like you're more protected than when you're in those smaller confined spaces. But there's been a lot of talk about still needing to maintain physical distance in these spaces. A lot of rec paths aren't actually a full 12 feet wide or 6 feet wide. So you're trying to gauge distances that we're not used to having to gauge. Get really familiar with what 6 feet looks like. You might even want to measure on your own paths or sidewalks to see kind of really how far away do you need to move. My mom always tells me, she says, put your arm out, and if they put their arm out, that's about 6 feet between the two of you. But it's a really tough one. You need to wear that mask every time you pass somebody, for sure. I can understand when you're not on a block that has anyone else on it. You want to pull it down, get that fresh air. But if you're on a bike, if you're running, if you're walking, rollerblades, skateboards, razors, whatever it is, you really want to be creating that 6 feet. You want to be wearing your mask. And if you're in a group, drop back to single file as you go to pass someone, because it allows you to create more room. You don't end up pushing someone way off a path or into the street or into someone's yard in order to create the proper distance.
Yeah, no, that is very important. I love that. This is an interesting one. I'm curious what you're going to say, because in these times we're hearing a lot of people cheering loudly, blasting their music, playing music, and maybe they have the best of intentions. What's your thought? Is that polite or not? What are the circumstances in which it is or it isn't?
This is a really tough one. I think it's really cool the way a lot of cities and towns have rallied around a specific time of day to do it as a cheer for everyone, both to lift spirits and to encourage all our essential workers. I don't want to take away from that at all, but you do want to think about it when you go and venture out on your own in hours that aren't your city's hour to do it. I think 7 p.m. is typically the time frame most people are aiming for.
Yeah, it's all about being considerate. That pretty much sums it up. Lizzie Post, etiquette expert, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Take care.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.